my previous career. I was a police officer. I did that for 5 years, and I'm used to hostage negotiations and talking people off the ledge. Bride has now locked herself in the restroom. Now I'm trying to like figure out, okay, how do we hostage negotiate her out the bathroom?
If you want to feel your best, your most confident and vibrant on your wedding day, especially with those cameras around, you should really consider a professional hair and makeup artist. So I'm here with Crystal from Glam Culture. Crystal, what are some things that brides and grooms don't consider when they're planning to get maybe hair and makeup?
So most of the time they think that it's just a in and out process. Okay, I'm booking hair and makeup and that's all I need is just the hair and makeup. They don't understand that a lot of times behind the scenes, there is so much happening just to make sure that they are done on time. Their hair and makeup is done to how they ask how they want their hair and makeup done. So we go through contracts, signing contracts, we go through collecting retainers. Then once we get the contract, then I have to schedule some people for my team to figure out if they can get to the certain locations or not. So now I'm figuring out things on a GPS, who's the closest to the event. Also, whatever the bride is looking for, I'm also looking for an artist that would match what exactly she's looking for in the style of makeup she's going to want. Because normally we get about 20 to 30 Pinterest photos of exactly what they're looking for. And so I look at those photos most of the time, and then I'll assign an artist from my team to be able to accommodate exactly what the bride is looking for. We're usually picking all those little details just so we can make sure to execute their day of perfectly.
I will say from our perspective, it's so huge. How hair and makeup starts, or really when it finishes, especially on time, and all the logistics that you've already problem solved and worked out and then executed makes a massive difference on the entire day.
Yes.
We had two just this week where hair and makeup was not done by a professional artist.
Yes.
It was started late by some other things. It's set one day behind 80 minutes. And that ripples through everything.
And that can happen so easily, so easily.
Whereas you work with somebody like yourself that not only does a great job putting on the makeup, but has a plan together so that things are done on time and everybody's ready to start at the right place. Because if something that's very first in the day starts so far behind because you didn't have somebody involved in that process, you're just setting yourself up for disaster.
Yes, all of my girls are trained to know how to make sure we stay within that timeline and work with our brides to make sure we can get done on time and everything is executed to perfection.
What is a misconception that maybe people, maybe women who put on makeup every day, they think they got it figured out, but what's something that maybe they don't have a strong understanding of?
Usually they don't have a strong understanding of bridal trials. We try to push trials as much as possible because not only is it an opportunity for us to meet the bride, get to know them, figure out how they met their groom. That's always a fun thing that we always deal with them, and just learning their lives because we're showing up on the day of for them. And it's kind of weird when you never met them a day in your life, you've never even seen them before. So we love trials, so therefore we can get to know them first and then know exactly what type of makeup look that they are looking for. That is so important to us because the misconceptions is, okay, well, I'm gonna show you this Pinterest photo, and they say, well, this is what I wanna look like. Or their hair. They may have short, shoulder length hair, but they show us a bride with 17 double stacked extensions and they want their hair to look like theirs. So bridal trials are so important for us because we can say before they even come, if this is the hairstyle that you're looking for, then you're gonna need to order some extensions off of Glamazon, and then you're also gonna need to, prepare for this. And bridal trials do help us get on the same page and show the bride exactly what we can do in person versus just a photo and us showing up on the day of.
Getting that connection and managing the expectations a little bit. We receive a lot of inspiration and Pinterest suggestions, and that's great. We do want to know what you want, but we also need to make sure it's based in reality.
Yes.
Right? You send us these photos where it's in the mountains and your wedding's on the beach.
It's not going to look like that.
Right. It's it's great. Let me just let you know what can be accomplished.
Yes.
And what, how it's actually going to go. So that's really good. You're one of the first people that a couple may see maybe in the morning or early afternoon. What is kind of a crazy story you've experienced being in the wedding industry as long as you have?
I've had several weddings where there has been a ledge talk off and trying to pull them back in and pull them to a place where they're expecting a good day. Because if they just get so far off, then we're those people. We're your makeup artists. We're pulling you back in. We're also therapists as well. The bride and groom were at odds. Bride was full on tears, full on crying. She was like, Crystal, I literally don't know what to do. Bride has now locked herself in the restroom, and I need to finish her hair and makeup. Now I'm trying to like figure out, okay, how do we hostage negotiate her out the bathroom? And I said, look, go find your planner, because the planners are the boss. So I'm like, go find your planner, talk to her, tell her that the bride will not have her hair and makeup done if we can't get it done now, because her ceremony is within an hour and a half. So she went to the planner. The planner did amazing. Talked the bride off the ledge, got her to finally stop crying so we could actually successfully do her makeup, calmed her down. Her and her groom made up before they walked across the aisle. And yeah, we were able to hostage and negotiate her out the bathroom so that we can get her hair and makeup done. Her and the groom were able to successfully make up, and now they are living happily ever after. So that was pretty scary.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's the personality issues that happen on the day. It's
Yes.
not just the technical expertise of doing the makeup or doing the art.
Yes.
It's really about the people.
Oh, it's more than that. Yes.
Yeah, and the complexity of it. And
Yeah.
there's always the time crunch, right? That's
Yes.
what a wedding is.
It's all about the time crunch. And if we can't get it done in that time, like, we find a way to make it happen, you know?
Crystal, Austin and I have worked with you a lot over the last 8-10 years, something like that.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit, kind of the history, especially both of us kind of growing our businesses at the same time. Do you remember that?
I do. Like, literally before I changed my business name to Glam Culture, you guys worked with me and did my first promo video, which I actually think is still awesome after all these years. Like, it never even dated. Like, you would think that if something's filmed that long ago, that it would just be cheesy by now. But I swear to God, like, it still looks amazing. I've been able to do TV stuff with you guys and movies. I've been able to accommodate you guys on weddings. You guys are like the originators with video when it comes to the hairspray. No one else does that, so it's kind of sad when I don't get to work with you guys. But you know, we've just come such a long way together. And even though I started just a little bit before you guys, I was still new when you guys did my video, and it was like the dopest video ever. So I still appreciate all the things that we've been able to do together, because there's just been so much. And I'm so excited that when I get to do weddings with you guys, because I always get the best videos back. So I'm super excited.
Well, that's awesome. How can people find you? How can they sign up with Glam Culture?
So they can find me on Instagram at Glam Culture FL Events, and then they also can find us on Facebook at Glam Culture as well. And we are located in downtown Melbourne, and we have a full beauty salon as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Crystal.
Thank you so much.